What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Check it out, man. Boy, I tell you, the love of money is the root of all evil. And I saw where several mega church preachers had applied for the Paycheck Protection Program, the loans that were being given out during COVID-19. Now, these loans were supposed to be for small businesses um, to be able to maintain and stay afloat during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, I read where there were like some major heavy hitters in the pastor game that were applying for these loans and that actually got them. If y'all remember Paula White, the crazy lady who was praying for the African angels to save the current administration's presidency. Um, she got about 150,000, anywhere between 150,000 and $350,000. There was another guy named Robert Jeffries. He's a pastor out of Dallas, has a 14,000 member congregation. He got about 2 million. It's reported in between 2 and 5 million. Um, right here in Houston, Mr. Osteen, Joel Osteen, he hit for 4.4 million. And we'll get back to him in a minute, but I want to talk about this other guy's name was Marcus Lamb. And Lamb has his whole lick because he has a television network and everything to accompany his ministry, and it's worth about $1 billion. He got a loan. When he got his loan, they caught him taking several vacations to Florida, California. He just traveling all around with his family. His family posting all on the internet, playing beach volleyball and all this type of stuff, and just living their best life. When he was questioned about it, he downplayed it and acted like, oh well, it was a business vacation, but there was no business being conducted that could be documented. And right after he got his loan of about $4 million, he went out and bought him a private jet. So there's obviously been an abuse of these funds taking place with these already filthy rich mega church pastors. And this is what makes it hard for people who really want to seek God and seek religion. And this is what makes it hard for them to trust. And it's what makes the path tougher because the very people who they are entrusting to lead them down that path are the very people out here snaking for money. Now, these loans, again, were supposed to be for small businesses. Um, Osteen, now keep in mind, this is the same Joel Osteen who, right here in Houston, Texas, when Hurricane Harvey hit, he didn't even want to open the doors to his church to let people in who needed refuge. He didn't even want to do it. It was only when he received a lot of media backlash that he went on and said, okay, I'll open the door. So he showed where his head was at right there. Now, this money that's being kicked out to these cats is taxpayer money. You know, the churches are tax exempt, so they just stacking lick on top of lick. Osteen's church holds, he got a 50,000 member congregation. So he's making a killing And not only him, but there were like, I think like a dozen multi-million dollar companies that applied for these loans and they got them. So why y'all applying for these loans, Miss White and Mr. Jeffries and Mr. Osteen and Mr. Lamb, when a big chunk of the American people are still out here struggling, still waiting and hoping for $1,200 stimulus checks. People are still living in food deserts, wondering where their next meal is going to come from, and a lot of people are still unemployed, struggling due to the pandemic, when the people who got these loans, it was supposed to be to pay employees and pay staff and things of that nature, but they're misusing those funds. Osteen's worth is estimated anywhere between 50 and $100 million, depending on what reports that you believe. So this PPP loan is supposed to be a bailout. What do these mega church pastors need to be bailed out from? What do y'all need to be bailed out from? And people will say, well, look, man, legally they have the right to apply just like everybody else. They have the church is set up. They have staff that they have to pay. So legally, look, you can talk all that all you want. When COVID set the game up to where people could no longer attend the services like they traditionally did, in the case of a guy like Osteen, he still is receiving revenue because of his TV deals. He's still shown on TV all over the country. That represents sponsorship. So money was still being generated. Pay your people. Why would you go and try to get that loan, man? And in a lot of cases, some people have given their loans back. Some of these rich people, when they got put on blast, because they're like, we don't want to look like that, but it's already too late. You already look like that. So in a country where people are just struggling like crazy, man, regular people struggling like crazy, you got these rich, greedy pastors hitting licks, and they hitting $1 million licks. So tell me what y'all think about that, man. Tell me what's on y'all mind as it pertains to that. And go listen to a song I did called Bad Religion. And you'll see how I feel about these cats long before it was even any of this was going on. All right, man. It's your big brother K-Rino. Peace.